Back in Shanghai with Western participation, round of 8 with a bracket semi-final of the Warcraft Gold League for $60,000. The Emperor is back. He had a couple of days off here thanks to his marvelous run through the winner bracket of his round of 16. He is 4-0 and the dominance shall continue. Up against FoCuS, the last remaining Orc,
who is kind of flying under the radar at the moment. Everyone is talking about TH, Happy, Moon, maybe even 120. Nobody's really talking about FoCuS, despite him being the only Orc who makes it through. Lin, a little disappointing here in the top 16, not making it out of the group. Sock there upsetting him. But I think he should be on everyone's radar, actually. He never has been the most flashy personality, but this year was looking really good for him. For a certain stretch of time, he was looking like the strongest Orc in the world. And I would say if he makes it out of these top 8, he has definitely cemented this position at this point in time.
Yeah, for maybe the first time ever. FoCuS the best Orc in the world?
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
I think he's also one of the top Orcs that adapts the quickest to patches. He is trying everything. We all know that he's grinding games, and on Reddit there was a cool post seeing how many games these two guys have grinded. The top 4 spots on the Nettie's ladder. Happy, happy, FoCuS, FoCuS.
Yeah, sounds weird. 2 guys having the top 4 spots is exactly the way it is, though. They have been practicing their butts off here the last couple of days. Have also been facing each other a lot, by the way, on ladder. The few games that I saw was a pretty even split.
Hi! For Happy versus FoCuS.
안녕하세요. LP팀에서 오크를 플레이하고 있는 포커스 엄효섭이라고 합니다. 그 캐시 선수랑 컨시드릴에서 첫 경기 했을 때 사실 그 게임 다 졌다고 생각했는데 지지를 치려고 하다가 다음 게임 하기 위해서 좀 손풀기 하려고 좀 더 버텼는데 그거를 어떻게 이겨가지고 그 게임이 가장 기억에 남는 것 같습니다. 제 첫 상대 해피 선수는 게임을 굉장히 영리하게 하는 똑똑한 선수인데.
Hello, my nickname is Happy. My real name is Dmitry Kostin. I come from Russia, Moscow. I planned that. I'm very glad that I advanced from group stage 1. I didn't expect it in the first place, or I expected to advance from second place at best, so I'm pretty satisfied with my results so far.
해피 선수랑 사실 굉장히 많이 만났는데 상대의 심리를 읽으면서 영리하게 하는 그 선수로 기억하고 있습니다.
My next opponent will be FoCuS. I don't feel too comfortable playing against him again because he plays Orc, I play Undead, very hard matchup for me. I hope I can go as far as possible regardless of result. I'm already satisfied with how far I went, so I'll try to show my best and go as far as I can.
해피 온라인에서 많이 이겼으니까 상금도 많이 타고 오프라인은 뭐 이번이 오랜만에 온 거니까 이번엔 내가 이기고 관광이나 좀 하다가.
Well, good luck.
Was begging for a win there. Let me win this one time. Yeah, they, as they said, meeting so many times in online competition, a 17-time Jera Cup final. And that's not counting like semis and round of whatever, 16 or so. Happy still undefeated. 1 Korean Orc already fell to him. The first match was 50-50. The second one was a stomp, and he eliminated Sock from the winner bracket as well. So 2 Koreans down. Will he become the Korean killer?
And FoCuS. If he makes it to the top 4 here, this would be quite the accomplishment for him in a group full of Koreans and Happy. Is it a favorable matchup? Some say yes, some say no. In my opinion, nowadays, this is pretty balanced. But yeah, Happy not feeling too comfortable himself. FoCuS now is going to try to take this best of 3 to move up against Moon, who's already waiting in the next round.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is balanced as well, but we will see. Especially Happy has a very unique playstyle with these early Banshees that we will see in the games most likely. FoCuS getting rid of Amazonia, Last Refuge, Happy banning Echo and Twisted. Interesting choices. Concealed Northern Isles and Terraner stand remaining.
Yeah, Terraner stand being left in the pool. This is the outstanding thing here. Happy electing to veto Echo Isles instead of Terranus. That's kind of the choice you have to make there. Twist is always going to be out, but then is the question Terranus or Echo. And Terraner Stand is a great expansion map. Orcs love to make use of that in the late game. But Happy, actually, another player who likes expanding a lot as well, especially in this matchup.
Yeah, and Lin tried to expand, and Happy shut that down in an instant with his unique late ghoul play. Russia. It could be the first title for Russia since Deadman Code 5 2006. 13 years ago. If Happy wins this tournament, by the way, or advances to the final, he surpasses Deadman and becomes the most successful Russian Warcraft player of all time. The Emperor versus the guy who goes in this with no hype. Happy FoCuS. Best of 3, Terraner Stand. Let's go.
What are we going to be seeing? Is there going to be some deviation here from the Undead side? Very unlikely. It should be Ted Fiend opening into Fiends later on, obviously. Most of the time, but as you mentioned, we have seen already ghoul plays coming out of Happy with decent success. But for the Orc, there is some variation here possible. Farseer could be a choice, especially Lin was very fond of that. FoCuS also certainly capable of playing the Farseer. However, the Blade Master with 1.31 has claimed the spotlight again.
I truly agree here. Also, we have seen a few Shadow Hunters here and there, mostly in other matchups, but you know, some Orcs like that. Not anymore. The crit is back, and so is the Blade, and FoCuS forever has been one of the greatest Blade Master players with great steals and great creep jacks thanks to him. We keep an eye on this Alta and waiting for the Burrow, of course. And then, what's it gonna be? Blade Master it is, so no surprise on that side, and I guess Happy without a DK you can't really fight. Statistically, again, these guys have met each other 43 times, and guess what the score is?
20 to 23?
22 to 21. 50-50.
Very close.
It doesn't get much closer. The last 2 games went to FoCuS, but that's all outdated patches and a long, long, long time ago. It's so crazy to see these 2 players on the same stage with the same conditions, just bringing their best to determine finally who the best player is between them today.
Both players starting off with a fast hero here. For Undeads for a long time in this matchup, it used to be fast Fiend's late hero. That really is almost never played anymore. You want to get that DK starting right away to level 2. If level 3 takes a while, that's okay, but you want to be out on the map, you want to be contesting as well, and you want to get the tech going as fast as possible. Terraner Stand special is both players want to get the green camp items in the middle where claws of attack can be found. So this might be a lot of posturing and like tangoing with each other in the middle of the map, as it's going to be hard to engage, I suppose. Early scouting from the Acolyte, and the Blade Master hasn't done anything so far.
True that. FoCuS not finding the greatest opening to this. Happy in this matchup, not the ultra aggression. This is the nature of this matchup. A lot of PvE, a lot of creeping, a lot of stalling, a lot of teching. Can FoCuS steal this one? Nope. Good lasted. Happy also sending the 1 skeleton away. This kill he can't deny, but that's the first experience on the Blade Master.
And if the early game is extremely slowed down, both first heroes do barely any creeping, usually that favors the Undead, because the Undead wants to be, or has to be creeping with both heroes on tier 2 with the Lich and the DK. Ideally, you want to hit level 3 Blade Master as fast as you can, and then solo creep the Shadow Hunter later on as we move towards the mid-game and late-game stages, as that hero definitely needs level 3 in the late game. So nothing much is happening yet. There's far from an advantage to be called so far, but I think Happy is satisfied with this early bit of trading hits here.
Totally agree. He is not really investing anything except skeletal rods, whatever. FoCuS has a grunt already. Happy saving that money so far. Should be tacking, must be tacking both players. FoCuS with a late chop, right? So also a fast tech on his side. Just a little skirmish. Oh, block. Okay. Showing his skills. First Fiend is coming in now. Always got to be careful with that, but... Oh, coil last hit or Blade Master last
Yeah,
hit.
with the Fiend now, he can get the Wizard to 100 HP and then get the last hit.
Ooh, good
Blade
to
got it though.
FoCuS, yep, and the item, Claws of Attack. This is the first big accomplishment for the Korean. And Happy struggling now a little with experience.
I'm surprised he got that last hit actually. Did that very well with hit, Blade Master hit, grunt hit, and then the backstab right away. But that costs a lot of mana. Blade Master basically completely dry. The second green camp also will go to him / the grunts. And the claws is a good start. And the items do matter a lot. Level 4 Blade Master, if he only gets rings and circlets, isn't going to be so sick in the late game. But if he gets these items, the claws, the orb, the Kodo as well, later, he's going to be very threatening. Oh! FoCuS leaves him behind though.
Okay, can Happy pick it up?
He absolutely
He's
can.
looking for
Dude,
it.
Happy
Oh,
so
no.
knows what's going on.
And he sees it.
That's a big deal.
That's, like, seriously. That could be plus 12 on the blade with critical strike later. Let's assume he is going, like, for level 5 and get the quad multiplier on crit. That's 24 damage per hit that he just left on the ground.
Blade will get level 2 here. And with that has the critical strike now. On level 1, not that strong yet, but level 2 crit, especially level 3 crit, are insane. Damage mitigation usually has to be added in later on the undead side. Banshee, certainly. And the question is then third hero, Pit Lord or Dark Ranger. And judging from Happy's last few games, he almost always goes Pit Lord nowadays.
Yeah. I saw that in a lot of his Netties games as well. FoCuS must know this.
Oh, the
Ooh,
staff. The item.
But Windwalk, okay.
Now he steals the item. Now he steals the claws.
Okay, return.
Oh, damn.
Return steal. The Lich will not be happy with that. Little bit of a mistake. Also no backpack on Happy's side. And everything is kind of bruised. Shadowhunter makes his way over to level 2 and the big mana. We've seen from FoCuS a lot of early tier 2 Shadowhunter aggression. We're not seeing this here. Playing it a little more calm. But man, this is going to be a lot of heat waves. And again, 2 claws, big mana potion and a mantle. This one is seriously the Gladstone Genda.
Blade Master, can he get some kills here now with the aura available? Rather unlikely. Aiming for creep steal here perhaps instead. Shadowhunter not playing aggressively with his level 2, just continuing to creep. Again, he needs that level 3. Oh, out of the shadows comes the blade. Frost Armor's there quickly. Can't get any kills, Happy too good for that, but this is all damage on the undead army and also a lot of mana drained from Happy's heroes.
Yeah, when are the statues coming for Happy?
Ziggurat still not finished for him. Ziggurat now done, so now the statue production will begin. Attacking very quickly is Happy on 30 supply only. Lich into tech, into Slaughterhouse, into Ziggurat, into then statues.
That was no last hit, by the way, for the blade. Can he get the big one? No. Didn't get that either.
Greater mana for Happy as well.
Okay.
That was close though, that was very close.
And the Lich has good DPS as well with the Gloves of Haste.
Yep.
Especially since you want to spread that orb of corruption as much as you can. Attack speed is really good, and he gets that with the 2 slippers as well. So I kind of like his inventory there, even if it's not the big damage numbers. Ring of Regen for the Shadowhunter, okay-ish. Tier 3 is about to be finished for him as well. This is where the fun really starts in this matchup. FoCuS has the objective ready. He got the level 3 on his Shadowhunter. And that's kind of what he needs. Now, leveling on the Blade Master must begin for the crit.
With the double slippers, I wonder if Happy might perhaps consider going Dark Ranger this game. It's a really good start for a level 1 Dark Ranger to get this +6 agility. Item from the big creep here. Oh,
okay.
Pendant of Energy.
Both players must not complain about item drops, that's for sure. Ankh of Reincarnation for FoCuS, also against the Coil Nova combo. Not the worst thing to have.
Agility
Ton of
+2.
agility, yep, exactly.
This Blade Master's starting to look very strong. Is he going to go for crit too, I wonder? He's kind of...
I thought the same. Does he need the scouting and coverage on the map, or can he achieve that some other way?
we're mostly getting to the crept up point. But now FoCuS wants to contest. He is not creeping the remaining yellow camp over there.
Love the devotion aura on FoCuS' side, by the way.
Book of the
Really
Dead.
good. Oh man, how often has FoCuS been eliminated by a Book of the Dead? I can't count it anymore. Expansion for Happy earlier than FoCuS.
Before third hero. Wow, that is looking very greedy. TC with the aura first. Good for creeping, not so good for fighting. Okay for fighting, but Storm certainly better.
Blade Master is insane with the Orb of Lightning now. Can go into purges. Does Happy have Burrow already? Because there's no dust on FoCuS's side. Doesn't seem like it, but the scroll of the Book of the Dead coming in. Speed scroll on that. Kodo didn't eat, but providing the damage aura, of course.
The book is helping out a lot right now. The Kodo Beast seems to be falling here as well. No heal wave coming in, but it's a Shadowhunter out of mana now.
And FoCuS's Berserker, designed to kill like Banshees and Destroyers, taking out immediately. Ensnare on that Fiend, the statue untouched basically. Coil again, but that was the last one. Happy forced into a TP soon. Critical strike for 177, killing off that Spider. But he gets,
the Shadowhunter!
The Kodo. Shadowhunter
He gets the surround!
Skeletal surround! No DK here though. Can he somehow save him there? Blade
He's
Master
still
trying to
stuck!
pop him out. Oh boy, yeah, still stuck indeed, but there was a heal wave. But
Oh, the Ankh!
transferred by FoCuS, so well done. Continues his rampage with the Blade Master, but there's Curse now. Happy trying to get this Raider, gets it. Banshee, not saved, but gets out. Oh boy, big losses on Happy's side, but time for the Expo. Does FoCuS realize that this is going on and punish this?
I think he does.
Yep. About to be finished though.
Mana is a big thing here. What's the mana state looking like? For Shadowhunter, not too much. He's going to have 2 heal wave probably. Happy cancels.
Okay, saves him some gold. Invul on the blade maybe. Yep, gets that as well. Everything going in the right direction for the Orc.
Happy going for the Expo before third hero. I really don't know about that.
Pit Lord now.
If he had had a Pit Lord in that engagement in the north, this would have looked so different.
Yeah. Happy not supply stuck, but of course 255 gold that didn't accomplish anything but spread some blight. He's willing to engage against the low mana Orc, I guess. Trying to get some pickups. There's no TP, no speed scroll on FoCuS.
Coil coming in, almost too late, but the Fiend will be saved. Purge, however, gets rid of the Frost Armor, so Fiend seems to be dying in the end. Again, it's about the healing, it's about the mana. Shadowhunter still has more heal wave to be used. Uses there on the Grunt.
This is, again, it's so sick what this Banshee Curse provides. But it feels like Happy is not finding any damage. He was 4-0 going into this round of 8, and that could be his first loss right here.
But he's got the mana advantage right now. He has more coils to use. Shadowhunter has no more heal wave, which means kills might start going the Undead's way. Kodo Beast especially would be a massive pickup up there, as there is this Fiend inside. Aggressive Coil, not enough for the kill. DK surrounded.
So much damage on him, and there's nothing to
TP.
save him. No, there's no TP at all. He gets the kill. Level 4 on the SH, and no healing anymore. Stun on the Pit Lord. Lich has to run away if there's some purges, but no. Happy in the ropes.
Yeah, first hero down. This is a massive loss. And FoCuS already at 50 supply, can basically go for a tiny Great Hall now if he wants to be safe. Happy getting punished. That was just too greedy. Expanding without a third hero.
On 40 supply.
Dude.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And FoCuS, for Orcs, it was the case for so many times. If they go for an expansion, they get punished for it, right as Happy was here. So it's a lot about greed and it's a lot about timings. Usually the Undead is more patient and more conservative, going into 50, then trying to counter-expand against the Orc. Happy trying a very unusual timing, but FoCuS was ready for it.
Kind of surprised FoCuS not going for the tiny just yet. Now he has the gold. Is continuing to creep here further. He has big level ups around the corner. Level 4 Blade Master would be big. Level 3 TC especially would be really big.
Big mana.
Oh, this blade. Plus 35.
Boots of Quel'Thalas. Yes, there's no Scroll of the Beast running. You see that correctly.
Oh boy.
This Curse and Howl has to do the heavy lifting. He's scouting for another expansion.
Map almost entirely crept. Pretty sure FoCuS is going to go for the tiny right now.
Yeah. He has 800 gold at 50 supply. Happy still struggles with the upkeep cap.
And the TC almost level 3 now. He's going to get level 3 from exactly that camp from the Merchant. FoCuS in prime position now to win this game.
Happy was struggling a little against Lin as well and found the opening. But how? He needs to rely on his insane micro, on his Coil Nova execution, and the saves. FoCuS. Can he expand on this advantage? He saw the expansion once again, but he has enough time as his expansion is finishing faster.
Oh my god,
Level
Blade Master's gonna get level 4 as
4.
well.
Crit level
Wow.
2, damage multiplier times 3.
4-4-3 heroes. This
Is
is
the dream.
amazing.
FoCuS so solid. Not making mistakes here. The early game wasn't really his, but then with the first claw came the success.
Happy pretty far down in supply and hero levels. And he doesn't have a mining third base just yet. Blade Master can cancel this Haunted if he wants to.
We haven't seen any burrows from 192 from Happy, right? Blade Master's taking some damage, but that's a Coil Nova that is not ending on a Kodo or a Raider.
And in we go. Now we have Spirit Link as well, by the way, against no Destroyer, so everything here is extremely tanky. FoCuS moving forward, finding the first kill already on the Fiend. The statue will be next. 234 crit. Here we can see the big crits returning, and the Stomps, for which there's no silence, are doing a great job stunning in the backline as well.
Oh, that ethereal form move and the follow-up, no chance for Happy. No flawless record in this tournament anymore. FoCuS, no mistake, no mercy.
Well done. Really well played by FoCuS. This was an encounter on the highest level. But Happy with a risky strategical choice, Expo before third hero, got punished. On ladder you can play that. Most of the time you get away with it. Most of the time your opponents aren't good enough. But FoCuS is looking extremely strong, and he won't let you get away with that.
Yeah, I really feel that wasn't the timing for an expansion at all. You pointed it out as well. With the Blade Master, with this inventory and only one Banshee at that point, the Howl would have been fantastic in that fight.
Yeah. Also, Silence could have been really good. Orc engages in, as he always does, Silence the Shadowhunter, or the TC, in that case the Shadow, because the TC was Aura first, and then Coil Nova the Raider, 1, 2, Raider's dead, no more ensnares. Or the Howl for massive damage mitigation, he had the Banshees already. This was a greedy tech, kind of, by Happy, going to 30 supply, tech for the fast Banshees, but that hits then around the 40 to 45 timing where you're really strong. You have 2 Banshees out, you have 2 statues, 2 or 1 statues, you have 3 or 4 Fiends, triple hero with a Pit Lord. Really strong point for you as Unit in the game, which you can use either for creeping up the map or going all in, which is risky, or expanding. Like if he plays this game entirely like he did until the until the second base. Don't go for the second base, go for the third hero. That could have totally been doable. Items were good on FoCuS side, but they were also good on Happy's side.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's not take that away. And I feel FoCuS, like we always praise Happy's micro, FoCuS in the fights were sick, dude. These saves, Shadowhunter always on point with the heal waves. How long did he keep that Kodo up? He caught the attention of the Undead army twice with that Kodo, soaking up damage, retreating a little, healing it up, sending back in, soaking up more damage. Then it was finally lost, but that was absolutely worth it. In that last fight, the Walker was in, the one that he had for the spell and Spirit Link. Happy was forced to go for it, which is already a little struggle for the Undead because you want to get rid of the damage and you don't do that by killing the Walkers, but Spirit Link is too good. There was no Destroyer to soak that up, so you have to get rid of that. And the Dispel breaks your neck against Banshee Pit Lord. So he was forced to go for that Walker, and there was Ethereal Form and instantly the heal wave right after. The statue snipes were really good. There was constant pressure. Love FoCuS's play right here. He's not showing any sign of stage fright. He's not showing any signs of nervousness. This is a scary, scary orc we're seeing on the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing a super strong game there. And I'm so surprised that Happy gave up map control like he did. There were still camps left to creep. There was still opportunity to find items and experience. But he made himself weaker by not going for a third hero. Also, the Pit Lord choice, which we've been seeing more and more from Happy, is very good for damage mitigation, but it's a lot easier for the orc to play around. You don't have to consider silence. A timely silence against a Stomp or against a heal wave can make or break a fight. Howl doesn't do that. Howl just manipulates the numbers a little bit, so it's kind of easier to play around. Happy now, trailing the first time, giving up his first map in this whole tournament. Will not be pulling off a TH, will not be going to the top 4. It is FoCuS in the lead, looking to advance into the winner's match.
Indeed, it is of course double elimination, so if this continues and FoCuS eliminates Happy from the winner bracket, there is a lower bracket where Happy would find Lawliot. Man, FoCuS is now 5-0 against Russia. That is pretty crazy. Cash was no match. And now will Happy step it up? Will he play less greedy, more standard? Northern Isles, his choice.
Once again, same opening from Happy. Ted Fiend build, meaning fast hero. Late Fiends, as pretty much always. I don't think there's any deviation from him there anymore. Basically from none of the top undeads. Is it going to be Blade Master again? This map is okay as far as item drops go, but there is a marketplace. You can once again try to stack up on claws, which in 1.31 again are so damn strong on the Blade Master.
And if the luck of these two players continue, then of course mana potions are also findable. This is the first time ever, by the way, they face each other on Northern Isles. In the past, that map was not in the pool when they had their big rivalry in online competition. This time the shop is a lot earlier, I feel. So not the super fast tech by FoCuS.
Yeah, the creep camp here a little too hard to take it and not have to use heal selves. So you need them quickly. Probably going to be going for the green into green for the level 2 on FoCuS' side, I imagine. Then go Circlet, then go Harass perhaps. But should still be a fast one borrowed tech here, certainly. One Ziggurat tech quickly for Happy as well. In the early game, no units are probably going to be dying, no heroes are going to be dying, no big economy is going to be damaged. It's about experience. Finding experience and finding items. Creep routes, scouting, going to be very important in that regard. And who gets away with better items and more experience from the early game gets the better jump start into the mid game.
On this map against Lin, Happy got the Acolyte last hit. FoCuS saw this, of course. Will he prevent this? Or will this happen again? Acolyte is too hurt, so FoCuS is playing around this.
Yeah, well done. Happy with a minor mistake, creeping, getting one of his skeletons purged. Will result in a little bit more damage on him, but shouldn't be too impactful. Acolyte will be lost to the Grunt. And the Blade Master again with the claws. FoCuS, fortunate with his drops here again.
Yep, +6. But on the other side, we got the ring against that, so it evens out, basically, in the early stages, until there's crit, of course.
If he keeps it into the late game, also very good item on the Pit Lord. Kind of the only tank for Undead. This is the really nice thing about Pit Lord, aside from the Howl, he's a tank, when everything else you have is Fiends and Banshees. Plus the DK, I guess.
Yeah. FoCuS close to level 2, Happy's creeping up the Murloc spot as well. Shop for FoCuS, only the Circlet.
Yeah. Being aggressive even before level 2. Hoping to get the Murloc Flesh Eater over there, I assume. Good grunt scouting, that's important. Happy wanted to snipe something in the south, get more skeletons, and then go for the Ogre Magi probably, but he was found by the grunt. This is actually really important for the early game. As the Blade gets the Sentry Wards as well.
They're not as good as they were used to be, but still, getting vision for 3 minutes is awesome. Especially when you have a race that is dependent on creepjacks a little, and he uses that one to scout for another expansion on Happy's side.
And there we go, Windwalk Steel. Again, every bit of experience matters. Early level 3 is a big game changer, especially for FoCuS. If then he can roam with his level 2 Windwalk across the map and cover his second hero.
It's gonna be hard though. This time they're basically dodging each other. Oh, FoCuS has so much coverage with these wards now. They're basically dodging each other, not resulting in fights. That's earlier, higher heroes. Should favor Happy a little, I guess.
Oh, the Sentry!
Wow.
He knew the ward was there.
Yeah, okay. Check the inventory. Saw the Sentry wards. Kind of an obvious position, but yeah, taking that out early. Cost a dust, but absolutely worth it.
Happy basically knows that FoCuS is coming for him, so he sends out a skeleton to cover his tracks. Even cancels some healing. So once again, this is a pretty creep-light early game. Kind of like Terranas. Nobody really rushing to level 3, which is the big level up. Oh, FoCuS trying for the surround slash block, but the Fiend slips through.
Yeah, FoCuS had great blocks in the early mid-game on Terranas stand, which he feels very much at home, of course. I'm not too sure about Northern Isles. Tier 3, SH, Lich, the standard. No tier to play, wow. Finding that ward is not that common.
Happy a little lower on gold here. I guess the second rod earlier plus the dust. Slowing down his tech. Now has the resources for the tech and will go for it again before the slaughterhouse. Shadowhunter coming out. Tier 3 already on the way for FoCuS.
Will Happy force back once more for another dust to not be creep checked. He's playing it a lot safer now compared to game 1.
Seems like he's feeling almost a little afraid. Blade Master checking out the main. Oh, might be able to cancel the slaughterhouse. This would be a big deal.
Oh yeah, it's too far away with everything to engage.
But it just started production, so it's not like it's going to be a massive delay. It doesn't even get it, actually. The ghouls here putting in enough damage.
Is he healing and then going in again? That goes into lumber, of course, but he has 115. Tech is running, should be fine.
Getting map control for the middle, for the 2 big camps, there is a big deal.
2 creep camps, he gets claws and mana potion.
Yep, it's pretty good.
And wards. Like 3 creep camps.
Ring of Regen in the early and mid game is nice for the DK, but later on won't be too valuable. And here we go. Players now going towards the middle.
There's a lot of Hex and Heal Wave in this early engagement.
Starting off with Frost Armor. Blade, not too much. How many heals was it? Yes, 2 scrolls of speed, so there is potential to look for Fiend kills. Shadowhunter is also level 2, that's important. And wow, FoCuS actually going for the Warlord. Happy's coming in, but there should be a Hex in time to prevent the snipe. Doesn't even... No, does use it, okay. Finding Mana Stone!
It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. He's Happiest fight against 600 mana now. And of course, mana regeneration is always a factor with the Mana Stone as well. But he earned it. Chased Happy away from the middle. I mean, the creep spot in the bottom left. You can't prevent that. But FoCuS earned that spot in the middle, and he's getting the second one as well. It's so hard, though, against Ensnare and Hex as an undead.
Happy going for a much later Banshee house this time around. Hasn't even started it yet, before we saw that at 30 supply, if I remember right. Happy continuing to creep, needs the level 3, of course. So does the Shadow, though.
Flute of Accuracy. What about that?
It's very nice later for the Berserkers.
And the Blade. Well, if there's Destroyers, but then most likely it's not.
Destroy the Beast.
Okay.
Can also be really good.
Now we're talking.
Oh, damn. Did you see that upgrade? Nope. Happy has lost faith in the Banshees and he's going Destroyers again.
Wow. For the first time in this tournament, not going for the double damage mitigation, but rather Destroyers.
Oh, I never think that's the right call. And I have no reason to think that it is this time around.
Okay. TC third, level 3 SH. Again, things are looking decent for the Orc. No tiny Great Hall, but I guess did he queue that one? Pit Lord it is, so at least he gets the Howl.
Pit Lord Destroyers. Okay. Going for the red camp now. FoCuS has no idea where his opponent is, actually, at the moment. Looks like FoCuS looking for a fight. Makes sense. He's got level 3 Shadow. Blade not too strong. Does Happy have the damage here in time to take out the big boy before FoCuS arrives? FoCuS has no idea where Happy is.
Nope.
Absolutely none.
Okay, item. Okay, still up for grabs. With this Magnet Tower. That was quite a bit of damage, especially on the Lich. Talisman. For the Lich, decent. But he's forced back. FoCuS attacks. Into an undead base.
One Fiend will be his prize.
Yep. Lich gets the level up. Level 2 Nova now. Maybe on the Shadowhunter, but okay, going for the Kodo first to diminish the damage. Howl of Terror has been applied. No Dispel. Scroll of the Beast, maybe. But since he can fight on Blight, everything seems to be fine. Coil hits that Fiend. The grunts are falling. 7 supply lost already for FoCuS. Trying to run away with the Scroll of Speed. Destroyer is there to dispel this. Lich maybe with another follow-up. Gets another Raider. Level up, and then Burrow. Happy on top of his game now.
PC?
Big Pit Lord. And boom! Puts him to rest again. Can he get another one on the Blade? There's a coil, but heal wave as well. Domination of Happy in this fight. And again, the truth is never fight in an undead base.
Seriously, FoCuS, what are you doing? Why are you running into his base? You don't even have an expansion coming up on your side of the map, which would make this somewhat understandable. I guess he thought with the double mana pots, he had the massive advantage, but No.
Didn't use it.
That's just not the way to do it.
That start to the fight with the instant Kodo nuke got rid of that so strong aura, and with that, FoCuS really didn't want to fight, trying to get away. And for once, I totally agree, don't get me wrong, I totally agree with you on the Banshee tactics in general, but having that Destroyer there, dispelling the speed scroll, getting the double kill, worth it.
Don't get me wrong, Destroyer Dispel is really good for utility, they're just not very good fighters.
Yeah.
But there, with that weird attack by FoCuS, Happy wins that engagement. And with that, gets a lead, question mark, not quite certain.
This definitely shuts down any expansion plans by FoCuS. Right?
For
Must
quite a
be.
while. Looking for the creep jack now, though. Fiends are already pretty hurt. Throw the Beast, by the way, still available on the Lich. Didn't even use that earlier.
So are the 600 mana on FoCuS' side. Grab the Beast now. Howl of Terror as well. That's a big damage swing. Another coil ready, maybe? No. Gets that Fiend. Level 2 critical strike most likely available now. Going for the Kodo Beast in the back again, and there's no saving this one. Where are the heal waves so far? There's again so many kills on Happy's side. 2 burrows being used to heal up those Fiends. Now back in the fight.
Happy was giving over the Rods of Necromancy as well. So many skeletons and this good normal damage added to this army. The dust this time comes out against the Fiends, but he doesn't have enough in the tank anymore. Has to fall back. Another engagement going Happy's way. That gives him positioning on the map. That will give him more camps, more experience, more items.
And the big mana's gone. 300 out of the 600 extra mana are eliminated. 4, 3, almost 3 heroes for Happy, lining up nicely. We discussed this in Happy versus Lin. The TC level 3 is mandatory. And where is he? At level 2 now only.
Yeah, level 1 in fact. But he's basically level 2, yeah. We have 1 red camp remaining. Going for a red camp, though, is an invitation for a creep jack. So Happy may not want to go there. FoCuS expecting him there. The Blade Master scouting this game is really bad. Was, of course, harder to do since he was stuck on level 2 for a long time, but now he's level 3. Now FoCuS is trying for the big boy Magnetor. 1500 HP. Not too easy to snipe quickly. If he uses the ensnares to creep this, he doesn't have him for the creep jack.
He does. Number 1. Doesn't need number 2 most likely. Damage is decent. Is it an aura again? Not really. Hood of Cunning.
It's alright, but not too amazing.
By the way, I love that every undead hero has a ring of protection. Okay, next fight. Basically 50-50, Happy with a small lead. Pit Lord a little bit in trouble, but Raiders are falling. Level 4, that means death pack, that means more safety for the DK. Oh, well, there was reveal now. This Fiend most likely dead, but takes a Raider into his grave. 150 critical strike, getting rid of him before he disappears in the earth. Heal wave this time a little earlier. FoCuS is getting more kills than before. Lich is dry. Not too much frost armor anymore. Can he take out the Kodo once more? There's a coil, but using that on the Fiend to keep it up, and the Kodo falls. Level 3 on the Pit Lord.
Dust has worn off, and there was a second charge. Oh, he brought a new Dust, actually. That's important to find those Fiend kills. Even the Lightning Shield now coming in on the Pit Lord, getting one more kill with a chase down. Even trading at the moment. Slight supply lead for Happy, but it's neck and neck right here. Lich very close to level 4 as well. Will give him Dark Ritual for a bit more mana, perhaps.
Yeah, but he's not getting it here. Also not the +4 damage. 1 creep should be enough, maybe 2. Statue, only 1 remaining. And that's it. 3 destroyers, okay, but that, what are they used to? Here we go. Oh, Lightning Shield again. Howl of Terror as well. The Shadowhunter's in a little bit of trouble. Has to use the Mana Stone soon. Lich out of mana again, being attacked by the creep. So are the destroyers. He's taking out the backline. There's not much anti-air anymore, except this Blade Master, who is of course super strong. Happy feels forced into a town portal. Equal supply now. Another nuke left in the tank? Not really.
Kind of even trading. Hard to tell who that last bit of that engagement went towards. Supply-wise, FoCuS gonna get up to about 45 here in a second as well. Not too many camps remaining. 4, 4, 3 hero levels for Happy. Very strong. But the TC close to 3 as well. And that is a massive level up.
And FoCuS still holding on to the Mana Stone. That is so important that he's not prematurely using it. The flute coming into play now. Whoa! 40 supply tiny Great Hall.
That is so greedy.
Happy is so close.
But I don't think he's gonna expect this. Like, this has been a trading game for such a long time. This is really greedy by FoCuS.
Must scout this, I guess. There's also no ghouls with the army. Unusual for Happy.
DK no mana pot, by the way. He can't fight, really.
Absolutely not. Also no TP. What Happy is doing here could cost him the winner bracket life.
But he got the next camp. Got more rings of protection? I'm not quite sure. No, claws. Claws for the Lich.
Claws for the Lich. Okay, Happy has to retreat, giving FoCuS the time.
Did Happy transition? Do we have Banshees somewhere, or is it just Destroyers still?
Not too sure.
Look at this army. 1 Raider, 1 Kodo, 3 Berserkers.
Yeah.
That was so greedy, but it seems like he's kind of getting away with it. But Happy is going into upkeep. He's getting ready to fight. He needs a mana potion, though. Definitely needs a mana potion.
Not going for it. 150 gold only. Has to pay taxes now. Destroyer. Illusion scouts this one, but not scouting the expansion. The Lich damage is, by the way, phenomenal. Plus 15.
Yeah. Crit level 2, as we just saw there. Also a good DPS from that. Happy now has the 200 gold required for a mana pot. Doesn't go for it. Rod instead.
And the answer, I guess, is still no Banshees.
Yep, he's gonna live or die by the Destroyer. 2 in the air, 3 statues on the ground. And now FoCuS' expansion starting to pay off. 54 supply already against the 58 of Happy.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The longer the game goes.
Oh, the ghouls are coming.
Oh boy.
All in.
Happy special. There's much gold in the mines left, but he wants to break this now. Level 3 TC, level 4 SH, far away from 5, but the blade is close to 4, and that's crit 2, if he's not having that one already.
Coil Nova, first Raider dead immediately. Howl of Terror coming in. Happy starting off with 2 kills instantly. But of course, it's mana on the Destroyer. It's only going to be lasting for so long. Long range Coil saves the Fiend in the back. Now aiming for the Berserkers. They're dying fairly quickly to the cleave and everything else. Nova hitting them as well. Destroyer surviving surprisingly long, actually. Good Micro here. Happy, one of the best in the world at saving those units. But the Fiend's not too many left. I guess Blade Master is finding some kills. One more Fiend dying right there. But the last Raider is dead. No more ensnares now to be used. Headhunters dying one after the next. We have 2 left on them. Level 4 on the Blade Master now, but there's only level 2 Windwalk for him. We have the Burrow coming in, but there is a Sentry Ward for detection. This is still neck and neck, very close. Both players down to less than 50.
Shop is not finished. Can't go for a potion here, but the nuke potential is limited. Dispels the Hex. Where's the Nova? Coil Nova fights him. No healer anymore. The Blade Master is about to follow, but there's an Invo potion. Can he somehow get to the tavern and get him back? That's still a problem. He has the Mana Stone. He would have instant mana anyway. Trying to nuke the shop now. These ghouls were eating the Headhunters alive. Oh my god, they did a hell of a job in this fight. Now we got a couple of skeletons remaining, damage to the economy, but FoCuS engaging again, head-and-head fight.
Blade Master, fairly healthy. There's more healway for him. Also still the Invo wants to aim for the statue. The big regen in the back line. That one will be safe. But the army is looking pretty okay here for FoCuS.
Oh, Happy doesn't realize there's the ward. I think doesn't have detection against this. FoCuS is slapping back. He's getting the supply lead pretty deep now. There's only 1 Destroyer. Happy down to his heroes, basically. Fiends can't do shit, but maybe the Shadow Hunter again. Invo potion transferred. Blade Master, can he do the damage or will he be wiped out by that Lich? DK in a little bit of trouble. Howl of Terror, super important. Blade Master about to fall. No, Info again is the next target. The Shadow Hunter kind of has to be. TC is coming in. DK has nothing to save himself. Block from the Raider. And Sid as well. Who's gonna fall? Windwalk, heal wave. Wow! FoCuS with an insane fight. Trying to get the return kill. Does get so on the Shadow Hunter. Lich is a one-man army basically, but he has to run against this. Blade Master goes into Windwalk on the prowl. One more backstab on the stomp could be the end. Pitlord still fighting. Destroyer still in the air. But how to get back? That DK stomp reaches him. Blade Master is killing the Lich and is killing Happy.
With a Purge, that's the next hero kill and the GG. That's it, 2-0 for FoCuS, man. That was a very close game. That is what we were expecting. Much closer than the first one. But damn, FoCuS with one hell of a performance here, taking quite the risk in the late game, but it paid off. The expansion works out. Happy, perhaps a little too slow to attack against this.
What a sick game on Northern Isles. Started slowly, but man, this explosion into the late. First Happy with this rock solid, insane push with the ghouls, but the Shadow Hunter nuke could have been the end. But since he had the Mana Stone, reviving him from the tavern was an option. He had that gold thanks to the Great Hall. And then he had the mana again, had the healing again. If not for the Mana Stone, the Blade Master falls. There's no doubt about that. The next nuke ends up on the first hero, and then FoCuS loses this game. Unbelievable. Also, ward. Having that ward there against the burrowed fiends, he didn't need dust anymore. Happy had no detection. Burrow, one of the strongest weapons of Happy, was just nixed.
That was definitely pretty lucky for FoCuS with the items that game. The double mana plus the double sentries, by the way. The first set helped out in the early game. He found some claws as well. The red camp perhaps not the best items, but still, especially the double mana made this possible for him. And Happy not being ready to attack in time against the expansion. This was just a gamble. He didn't know how much supply was coming in for Happy. He didn't know how long the undead was banking. He didn't know when the push was going to be hitting. It could have very well been. He pops down the base. 30 seconds later, Happy's there. Yeah. The game is over. Yeah. And they
after losing the fight in the undead base, that was a Hail Mary, basically.
Yeah.
And it worked out so well. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, he kind of went for that next engagement in the north where he was fighting it next to Arachnithids, where Happy had to throw the beast. Yeah. And then we had this long extended engagement over there. But again, he didn't come out on top. And then expanding on 40, man. It's still super risky. And for once, Happy skeleton scouting not on point. He wasn't expecting, I guess, the possibility of that greedy expo, which is why usually you always want to have skeleton scouting that gold mine like in 30-second intervals. Like always something there. And that's why you always want to be in upkeep for the most part in the late game, because you want to be ready to fight at all times. Because the Tiny Great Hall, if it doesn't get punished, is a super strong weapon for the undead, for the orc in the late game.
FoCuS just barely survived long enough for the expo to pay off. If that's like 10 seconds earlier, I don't think there's a comeback mechanism that well. Like it was unbelievable. Like this was down to to a couple of seconds there.
Yeah.
Happy no mana push. Was that also? How much of a factor was it?
I think it was a big deal. I think his mistake though was he was thinking, okay, I'm sitting at 50 right now. Let's just bank up some more mana from the statues, passive region, then go to 60, then fight. He should have gotten mana potion and attack right away.
FoCuS versus Moon for the top 4. Will the world champion be there, or will FoCuS for the second time make a deep run? Stay tuned. This group is awesome. Oh, we're not done yet. That was just a little highlight before the highlight reel comes up. Thank you so much for tuning in. More than 4,000 viewers here for the Western stream. We like to see that a lot. If you want to support us here, we're here without a casting fee, so everything you do to support us is much appreciated. You can sub here on Twitch, you can throw us a little tip via Streamlabs, buy our merchandise, or use the Amazon referral links. All those links in the stream description, as well as our social media, where we're putting out a lot of content, especially on our Instagram.com/back2Warcraft, but also on Twitter and Facebook. Hit that like button, and if you want to catch up with the games, they're all on YouTube, as well as the marvelous interviews that Mr. Remo Demo did with Moon, TH, 120, Lin, Happy, OC, Cash. Did I forget anyone
I think
this
you got
time?
them all this time.
Yes, for the first time. I got them all. So don't miss out on that content, and write us a couple of comments on Reddit or Twitter or whatever you like to use. The rest of the day is the winner bracket final between Moon and FoCuS. Also Lawliot versus Happy. The Russian has to start a run through the lower bracket. So has Lawliot, who wants to be in the top 4 and finally get that first big win. But that goes for Happy and for FoCuS as well. They're all without a premier title. One of them will have the chance tomorrow. That's for sure. Maybe 2 of them. This group is still super open, super unpredictable. And yeah, I've no idea what's going to happen. We could have the downfall of Moon